Good afternoon and welcome to the briefing from the Board of Directors of Gem4me Group, which was hosted on Monday, August 10th of 2020. My name is Oleg Lipovetsky and I will be translating on behalf of all the speakers today. Valery Ostrikov speaking. Good afternoon, dear colleagues and friends, and today we have a conference during which we will answer the most recently submitted questions regarding the future development of our application and project, as well as the latest news and updates. Let's begin by discussing the most recent release of August 5th, which featured creation and opening voice messages which were simplified for the iOS version, updates to the welcome bot, screen sharing from the web version, user interface button improvements during a call, we made them more visible, icons, updated button placement, and so on, as well as a dark theme for MarketSpace and correction of errors. The iOS version received functionality of administrating group chats, and Android version received actions to messages via swiping, addition of a sharing button in a more obvious place within the application, highlighting text and messages, while the web version also received MarketSpace. Additionally, the next upcoming release of August 26th will also feature, for all the platforms, a bot translator, improvements to voice messages, improvements and stabilization of group call functionality, ending a call functionality for all participants, managing check size on a mobile platform, correction of errors, and refactoring. The iOS version will receive sending files ability, changes to the text color and chats, as in where added more contrast, a list of participants in channels, and adding to channels, while the web version will receive full screen mode for MarketSpace. And now, let's get to answering the questions that we've received over the course of the week. Question 1. I am sincerely happy for all the participants who have CCA 10 and 5,000 shares. If I understand correctly, they will receive informational, financial, and legal support after the sale. We, the people from all over the world, invested our hard-earned funds in the project. Our project operates on the foundation of crowd investing, while shareholders invested in the project's development in hopes of receiving a certain amount once the project is sold. It is unknown at what stage the project would currently be if the company did not have these crowd-generated funds. I myself invested in the development of our Gem4me. Can people be split in such a way in crowdfunding? I believe that all investors deserve informational, financial, and legal support. Partners with CCA 10, even if they have 1,100 shares, will own a serious capital after the sale of the project and will require consulting. Partners with CCA 1 to CCA 9 also deserve such help. Now, to answer, in any project there are various classes of shares available. We are not discriminating against any other shareholders who don't have CCA 10 of 5,000 shares. Large amounts of money require a totally different approach and attention. Consequently, those shareholders who own large portfolios of shares truly need consultative support. If you have a minor amount of shares, the amount of funds that you receive after the project is sold does not come with certain legal and tax complications as well as other aspects. Nonetheless, every shareholder is equally important to us and the synergy of our project overall. We are striving to make it so every shareholder is comfortable and can always rely on our support. It was stated several times that after MarketSpace is fully completed and acquiring being introduced to the project's value will increase to $1 billion by the end of the year. Will a new valuation of the project be conducted by an auditing company, or is it just a strategic vision? The world is currently experiencing unrivaled changes and updates. We are discussing our strategy and how we are adjusting our application to current events. Firstly, we are striving to get acquainted with CCI acquiring in CIS countries and Russian Federation with consecutive introduction in other regions of the world. We are working on implementing a complete financial structure that will generate cash flow and increase the amount of users, which will increase the project's value as well. All of these aspects are directly dependent on one another. When will the value reach $1 billion? If it is connected with acquiring, then when is acquiring process estimated to be completed if the remaining shares to be sold to large investors? The timeframes that we announce are the ones that we are striving to keep up with. Currently, we are in the testing phase and are making sure we meet all the conditions and requirements of acquirers all over the world that we are striving to do business with. Once we attain all of these goals, we will conduct another valuation of the project. When asked about major promotional campaigns, the answer was uncertain. We can't conduct development and a major promotional campaign simultaneously as it requires major funding. When will a campaign be launched? If there are not enough funds, what are the plans to gather funds needed? It seems that this year we should anticipate acquiring to be completed, which will lead to a major leap in the project's value and large investors joining the project, as well as the new valuation. Is that correct? We conduct regular valuations regardless. Major promotional campaign will be launched once the product is finished, despite that we already have some amount of advertising being conducted. With the growth of our organic user base, the application is getting developed further and advertising will be scaled accordingly. Audio and video calls. Passport, 12 million users. The Messenger portion of the application has major capabilities already. Let's sell the Messenger in order for partners to be able to increase their portfolios of MarketSpace shares and sell MarketSpace a few years later. We have a combined project of a Messenger and a commercial platform, which increases its value and gives it major advantages. Selling it in portions is not a viable option. Moreover, our product, Gemfree Messenger, with its built-in global commercial MarketSpace platform, provides the following abilities. The Messenger portion provides the ability of uninterrupted communication via text, audio, video streaming, screen sharing, sending any types of files, and even starting your own info channel. While MarketSpace portion of the application also offers a simple and free creation of stores for one-time sales for individual entrepreneurs, for small and medium-sized companies, for large companies, and for any country of the world. And on this note, I would like thank you for your time, for your questions, as I am now passing the word to Alexander Kuchinovsky, the member of the Board of Directors. Alexander Kuchinovsky speaking. Good afternoon, dear colleagues and friends, and today we have a conference during which we will discuss our business and answer all of the latest questions that we received from you. Firstly, I wanted to further discuss our strategy and current placement on the market, as despite the major default of the United States market of 33% in second quarter of this year, America's largest technological companies such as Apple, Amazon, Facebook, and Alphabet are prospering amidst the pandemic conditions as it increases the dependability on their products and services. These four companies reported revenue of $206 billion and $29 billion of pure profits in 3 months of this year's second quarter. The key takeaways from this notion are: Amazon, with the volume of sales on the largest online retailer, increased by 57%. Apple and Facebook grew to record-breaking numbers, while Apple's market value had briefly surpassed Saudi Arabian oil companies. Amazon grew by 6.4%. Only Google refrained from this tendency by decreasing 4.3%. And all of these notions were happening while the United States government announced the company's GDP suffering a record-breaking loss of 32.9% in the second quarter of just this year. And overall, digital technology companies are prospering nowadays, and our project is right at the heart of this market. Let's continue with some traditional news as well. Firstly, we currently have 12,173,000 of current users of our application. Let's keep on marching towards our major goal of 50 million users all over the world. As part of our generous referral program, each week we also summarize the results of the earnings and work conducted by the partners who are active. As you can see, the geography of those partners is widespread, and over the course of last week we had 36 partners from 10 countries with earnings of more than 1,000 euro, 23 partners from 9 countries with earnings of more than 2,000 euro, 12 partners from 6 countries with more than 4,000 euro, and 5 partners from 5 countries with more than 8,000 euro in a matter of just 1 week. And our top earning partner of last week earned 10,000 euro. These are the profitability rates of our project for those partners who wish to earn not just when the project is finished and is sold, but also while it is being developed. Let's make these amounts more frequent over the course of the summer, and we are confident that this is the time when big amounts can be earned. As a reminder, our schedule of conferences for the following few weeks is also depicted on the slide, and be sure to submit any questions you may have in order for our marketers and developers to prepare diligent answers. Let's now answer some of the most frequent questions that we've received as well. I am intending to become an investor of Gem4Me MarketSpace. I would like to see the contract between the company and myself based on which I will be purchasing shares, sign it, and become a co-owner of the company. I am already registered in the company and found MarketSpace custodian agreement. Is that the particular contract I'm referring to? There are several different legal documents that are provided due to our legal structure being complicated and rather intricate, as it allows for minor investors to participate in our project by investing small amounts. All of the documents are provided in much detail in our business center. The process of purchasing tokens and all the legal documents are provided there, and you can also use the direct link that you see on the slide to gain access. Recently, Edward Vichko mentioned that if we are able to build a network of stores, several generations of our offsprings will be receiving profits from the network. Is that one of the versions for MarketSpace development or a statement? If so, what document proves this strategy? If an idea, then when will it be officially introduced? As mentioned before, we are launching our first markets in United States and Russia. Once we complete all the technological aspects and logistics pertaining to this notion, we will need your help with promotion and inviting new users to the platform. We will have an appropriate referral program that will benefit those who promote MarketSpace and creation of new markets in the future, of course. When will corporate holidays be hosted and will be accumulating points through the promotion be applied? We understand the excitement about our corporate holidays, however, we are unable to tell you, unfortunately, due to the current situation in the world. We are just unable to anticipate when these holidays will be hosted. The events and holidays will definitely commence once it is safe to do so for everyone, and all the accumulated points and discounts will remain and can be used. Let's now continue our conference by discussing the latest promotions that are in effect for the next few months. As a reminder, the amount of shares remaining available for purchase is depicted on this slide. Firstly, the pay with crypto and receive cashback promotion is still available when you receive a gift of 5% cashback when paying for any packages of shares and business support using encrypted currency. The Maximize Advantages promotion for your advantage is also still available. It can be used while the amount of complimentary shares also is decreasing continuously, as it currently contains 188 complimentary shares. Moreover, the Big Profits promotion, during which each purchase yields 27.5% more shares for buyers and sponsors than assumed by the marketing plan, is also available for your use. Don't forget of our CCA 10 Powerful Surrounding promotion, which is also still available. Although the board of directors can end it at any time based on the remaining amount of shares, it is very profound and is available. Moreover, the prices of shares are also growing, as well as complimentary shares would also be decreasing 4 times each month as well. Be sure to familiarize yourself with this table in order to stay informed of the latest developments. Additionally, this table also depicts the newly introduced system, which is valid until November 1st, as well as all of the promotions are also depicted here to show how what they include and the complimentary shares associated with them. Be sure to look at this table to have your point of reference, while the Super, Mega, and Giga packages are also receiving a decrease of complimentary shares, which is also depicted on this table. And on this note, I would like to thank you for your time. We wish you major profits and team growth of the coming weeks, and until we meet next time.